and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back to my channel. So today, you guys, we're doing a reset vlog because my house looks a mess, okay? I have stuff everywhere, kitchen a mess, living room a mess. So we're gonna go ahead and clean up and reset this whole house because I'm off today. So we're gonna take the time to do that because I'm very OCD, and sometimes it gets to a certain point where it's like, okay, like enough is enough, it's time to clean up, and we at the point. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys exactly how my house look. Don't judge me, y'all, okay? I have this fell off the wall because Isaiah dropped it. I have laundry everywhere. I'm not blaming everything on me. King's toys everywhere because King don't know how to pick up his toys. And then a mess over here, y'all. And King wrote on the wall. I don't know if you guys can see that because he want to be Picasso so bad. He writing on my walls. My walls are so black and dirty. Just a mess, y'all. A mess. So, kitchen, just dishes in the sink. So we're gonna go ahead and get it together, guys. All right, y'all. So as I clean up, I want to share with you guys my testimony on how I got this apartment. I know my apartment is not the most aesthetically pleasing. In a world full of aesthetics and luxurious living, my apartment is not it, and that's okay. I love my apartment. It is a blessing from God. I am literally living in an answered prayer, so I'm going to share with you guys how I got this. Look at my kids, y'all, just always playing. So about 3 years ago, I was living in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment with my ex, which is my youngest son's father. I love that apartment. It was very nice. It wasn't like the most luxurious and fancy, but it was nicer than this apartment. It was very spacious. It had a nice view. Love that apartment. So me and my ex, my son's father, we were together for about 3 years, and we were living in sin. We were shacking up. We were fornicating, doing all the things outside of God's will. So it was bound for that relationship to not work out, which it didn't. So around the 3rd year is when things got real rocky. And that was also around the time when I started my walk with God, where the shift started to happen in my life, where I started to surrender my life to the Lord. So a lot started to change. And if you know that once you decide to give your life to God, that's when all hell will break loose. Okay. So we decided to break up. A lot happened. This is not the story time to get into details about what happened with the relationship, but just know it did not work out. And at this point, I decided that I was going to keep the apartment. Now, keep in mind, y'all, when we moved into this apartment, the rent was $1,650. By the time the 3rd year, the rent was about $1,950. So I decided that I was going to keep the apartment, and I came up with a plan, and I got him out, and the apartment was mine. So I kept the apartment, and I also asked my sister to co-sign the apartment with me because my proof of income was not sufficient. And like I said, I was in the beginning of my walk with God, and I could have simply done what I always do, lie and make a fake pay stub, but I wanted to do things the right way. So I asked my sister, she agreed. Cool. So I kept the apartment, and to be honest, looking back, I kept that apartment out of pride, okay? I was being prideful, and I thought to myself, well, I'm keeping this apartment. I'm going to show that I could do it by myself, that I don't need a man, okay? I don't need him. I could do it all alone. So I thought, okay? And what does the Bible say? Pride comes before the fall. And honey, did I fall hard, okay? So first year living in the apartment, mind you, this was around tax season. So I said, okay, I got this. I got my tax money coming in. I'll be able to afford this. I could do Uber Eats. I could do DoorDash, whatever I need to do. Like, I got this. I could pay this rent. So the first couple months, everything went by smooth, y'all. I was able to pay it. And then, boom, go into the 3rd, 4th month, struggling. Do you hear me? Struggling. Y'all, my rent was about $2,000. Well, $1,950. But once you added the water bill and everything, you might as well just say $2,000, okay? And that's just one bill. And y'all, I ain't rich, okay? I'm working 9 to 5, not making that much at work. And that's just one bill. So I don't know what I was thinking, honey, to think that I could afford that apartment. So y'all, I am struggling to pay this apartment. So now I am working my job. I'm doing Uber Eats. I'm literally living paycheck to paycheck to pay this apartment. And again, that's just one bill, y'all. I still have my car note. I still got, lights, internet, insurance, daycare, aftercare. So looking back at it, it was nothing but the grace of God how I was able to survive and make it. I was barely surviving, to be honest. But just thinking about it now, even though I was struggling, y'all, I was struggling bad. Not once did I ever go a day with no food to feed me and my children. My fridge was never empty. My lights always stayed on. My rent always got paid. My car always got paid. Hey, they might have been late, okay? They might have been late, not on time, but it got paid. And I was not lacking a thing. Do you hear me? That was no one but God. That was nobody but God. But nevertheless, y'all, I was still struggling. I was struggling real bad. I mean, I was not living. I was literally working to pay off this apartment. I'm talking about I was not getting my nails done. I was barely getting my toes done. I was barely getting my hair done. Like, there was no extra money for any luxury, any leisure for none of that. I was strictly working to pay that rent and then doing DoorDash, doing Uber to cover up whatever was remaining that I was, lacking, which was always like half of the rent. So now, y'all, after almost a year, because I had renewed my lease in February, so going into about, I'll say, August, September, I'm like, okay, I cannot do this anymore. So I am praying to God. I'm like, God, I cannot do this anymore. Please give me, send help my way. Like, let me know, guide me. What should I do? Because I can't do this no more, y'all. Like, I was really struggling. I could not keep up. And mind you, my sister was also on the lease. Like I told y'all, like, my sister was on the lease. She had co-signed, so she would help me because she didn't want to mess up her credit. So she would help me the best that she can, and she would give me money and everything. But of course, I had to pay her back, but she was helping. So that kind of kept me afloat a little because I had her help. But however, I was still struggling. So after a while of praying and contemplating, the only solution I had was to let go of the apartment. I was trying so hard to ride it out all the way till the lease was over, back again in March. But I felt like God was telling me to let go. Just let it go and trust me. So I did just that. I had to let go and let God. So I ended up talking to the leasing office. I told them, hey, I cannot afford this anymore, that I have to leave. So, of course, they can't force me to stay. So they said, no problem. But, I was going to lose my security deposit, which was, I forgot how much it was, but it was like in the thousands. I lost my security deposit. So I left in November. So I left in the end of November. So that means I had December, January, February. I had about 3 months that I forfeited, and the security deposit pretty much covered, about 2.5 months. But then they charged me extra money for like damages and what else. So when they sent me the bill later on, I had owed them about $2,000. Yeah, I owed them $2,000. So let me rewind a little bit. So I decided to forfeit my deposit to leave the apartment. So I did just that. I packed everything. I cleaned up the best that I could. I remember, y'all, around that time I was so tired because I had like a few days to literally clean up that apartment, get everything out. I had to get a storage, move all my furniture into the storage and all that. And I got it all done by the strength of God. I had a little bit of help from my ex at the time, not my son's father, but I had gotten to another relationship with another person. So he helped me, and I had help from my family. I was able to move everything out, and I moved out and I let go of the apartment. You guys, letting go was bittersweet because I love that apartment. Like I said, I was in that apartment for 3 years and I love it. It was just spacious. It was just nice. It was this nice apartment. And, of course, it was sweet at the same time because it's like I let go of that weight that was on me of trying to secure this place that I knew I couldn't. So letting it go was hard, but at the same time, it was very much needed. So at this point, I left and I went to go live with my mom, y'all. My mom told me, hey, you could come stay with me for a couple of months and, until you get back on your feet. And I had already made a plan because one thing about me is I am a planner. I don't just do things blindly. I always plan. So my plan was go stay with my mom for about 3 months. And around that time, it will be tax season. and I would be able to have the money to put down on a place and move out. And also keep in mind, y'all, that my mom, she lived in a 55 and up community. So her having me come stay with her was a risk because I had 2 young children. And in the 55 and up community, you are not allowed to have anybody live in the home if they're under 18. So my mom didn't care. Not that she didn't care, but she sacrificed because she knew I had nowhere to go. So she's like, come stay with me, but you have 3 months and you have to find something. So all right, cool. So I went from living in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, y'all, to now living back with my mama in a 1 little room with my 2 kids. So you could only imagine how that felt. Like I felt like I was starting over. I mean, that's what it really was. I was starting over. Looking back at it, I had to trust God. Everything was in shambles. Nothing made sense. I felt like a loser, to be honest. Like back at my mom's house, grown woman, 2 kids back in my mama's house, but I knew that it was necessary. I had to take that step back in order for me to move forward. I had to let go and I had to trust God. So that's exactly what I did. So living with my mom, so we made it work. But overall, I was still thankful. I was still grateful because not everybody can say they have somewhere to go. I know some people, some friends I know who were homeless because they didn't have any family members to take them in. So I was very grateful for my mom to let me come stay with her because it could have been a different scenario, but it wasn't. So I stayed with my mom for about 3 months, y'all. So now, I'm working, I'm stacking up my money. Tax season is around the corner. So I bet it's time for me to start looking for a place. So now this is what a real challenge started, okay? So I'm looking for a place. Now keep in mind, y'all, okay, that my credit went down to hell, okay? Because I told you I was struggling. I was struggling to pay my rent. So my finances was just horrible. So that affected my credit because I wasn't paying my bills on time. I was having a lot of missed payments, a lot of late payments. So my credit went down, honey, okay? I used to have a high 700 credit. By the end of that year, when I was in that apartment, that credit went down to like a 4 something, okay? So keep that in mind. So when it was time for me to look for a place, I kept getting denied, rejected, denied. Okay, started to get discouraged. I'm like, Lord, how am I going to find a place? And keep in mind, also, I didn't want to have a co-signer. I'm like, I didn't want to ask my sister and add her to have her do this all over again. So I'm like, Lord, I need to find a place. So long story short, y'all, I'm looking for a place, rejected. Then about a week later, I get a phone call from my sister. And my sister, she's like, hey, Lynn, I have free furniture for you. I said, free furniture? She's like, yeah, I have free furniture for you. So-and-so was moving to a penthouse, and the people who used to live there left all their furnitures, and you could have them if you want them. I said, if I want them. So I said, send me some pictures. So she sent me some pictures. Y'all gonna see in the video the dining room table, my bed set. I didn't show you guys my bed set, but I got a bed set with the nightstand, with the dresser, with the entertainment center, with the side tables, the coffee table. All that you see, y'all, was all free. Okay, and in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I am so happy. Like I have free furniture. I don't have to spend a dime. But then at the same time, I'm like, but I don't have a place yet. Looking back at it now, y'all, I'm seeing it as God. That was God showing me that you have a place. I got you free furniture, so that means you're going to have a place to put it in. Just trust me, okay? So I had my furniture. I was happy, but again, at the same time, like, I still don't have a place. And mind you, the deadline's coming up because my 3 months is almost up. So then about a week after I get the phone call for that furniture, I'm just browsing on apartment.com. I fall on this apartment. Thinking nothing of it, I called them. And the guy's like, yeah, you can come see it. You don't have to worry about credit. We don't care about credit. You don't, as long as you have a job, you have income coming in, that's all that matters. I said, bet, I'm coming to see it. So I went that same weekend, y'all. I went to go see the apartment, and this was it. And I'm like, okay, it's not bad. It was right in my price range of what I was looking for. It was in a nice, decent neighborhood because with my credit, the places that was trying to accept me were ghetto, okay? I'm like, listen, I understand my credit bad, but I'm not going to settle for this anywhere. But nice neighborhood. Guys, so I did the application the same day. They approved me that Monday, and I was able to move in at the end of the month, y'all, and I got my apartment. And I've been living here ever since, you guys. Like I said, it's not a big luxurious apartment, but it's my home. It's my place. It's my place of peace. It's my little sanctuary for me and my kids. I don't have to live with anybody. And the best part about it too is that this is my first place, you guys. This is my first place that I signed the lease by myself. I didn't move in with a man. I didn't have nobody co-sign for me. It's just my name. It's just my name on the lease only. And I felt so proud because in the past, I've always lived with a man. I've always moved in with somebody. I've always had to have a situation. But this time around, this was truly God showing me how it is to do things His way. Was showing me how it is to do things and trust in Him. Okay, to trust Him. And I did. I trusted Him even when I couldn't see, when I couldn't understand what was happening, when I kept getting rejected and people kept telling me, no, you can't. No, no, no. I had to trust in the Lord. And look, y'all, I got my apartment. I didn't spend a dime. Do you hear me? I did not spend a dime on anything in this house. Everything you see I have in this house was given to me for free. Okay, like I said, the furniture was free. My couch, my ex gave that couch to me. He bought it for me. Everything in the house, down to the modem. Because, by the way, this place gives you free internet, okay? So all I had to get was a little Wi-Fi box, a little modem. My ex bought that too. I didn't even spend a dime on that, okay? Down to the garbage can. My ex bought that too, okay? So it's like I didn't pay anything for this apartment. Nothing at all. And I have been living here for I just hit 1 year in the beginning of the year, and I have yet to struggle to pay my rent. I get my rent sent over every month. Now, am I late sometimes? Yes, but it still gets paid every time. I'm not struggling and hustling and bustling trying to come up with rent. I'm actually able to get my rent paid, and I am truly thankful. I am truly blessed, you guys. So that's my story, y'all. And if you didn't get anything from this story, I want you to just understand that to trust in the Lord, okay? Trust in God. When you don't know, just know that He knows. And also, there's the other lesson in the story is that sometimes there's certain things we just have to let go. That apartment, I was holding on to it so much. Why? Out of pride, out of thinking that, okay, this is the best that I could have. I need this apartment. And God was saying, no, let go of this apartment. There's nothing left here for you in this apartment. Okay, you let go of that relationship. Now let go of this place as well. And once I let it go, God was able to open new doors for me, was open up a new space for me. And I just am so thankful for the God that I serve. He is so faithful. He is just so loving. He is just so perfect, my perfect God. And that's why I will forever, ever speak about God. I don't care. He is my everything. So I will forever speak about Him. I will forever share my testimony on the things that He have done. This is just one testimony. I have many more testimonies to share with you guys. But that is it, you guys. I am done cleaning up this house. At this point, I was tired, y'all, but it is nice and clean because I have to steward the things that the Lord gave me. Because if He can't trust you with the little things, He's not going to bless you with the bigger things. So I have to take care of my little apartment, y'all. I'm glad I was able to share my testimony with you all. So you guys are going to see me at the end as I close this video. And yeah, thank you for joining my TED Talk. All right, you guys, so I am pretty much done cleaning the whole house. The only thing I have left is just to tidy up my room, as you guys could see. but I'm gonna do that off camera because it's not much to do and I am just so tired. It's like 8 o'clock now and I started cleaning around like 2 o'clock, so I'm tired. I'm going to tidy my room, take a shower, pour me up a glass of wine, and I gotta fold that basket of laundry, but it's looking like I might do that tomorrow, I'm not gonna lie, because I want to just lay down and rub my feet together and relax. I gotta edit a couple videos, but overall I am truly blessed to have a home to clean. I'm truly blessed to just for this day that the Lord has given me to just, reset. Like we all need a reset after a long week of work and just taking care of responsibility. It always feels good to just reset your house, reset your space, and feel clean, feel good. So I'm thankful that I'm able to do that. And what days do you guys reset on? Leave a comment down below, because sometimes I used to do resets on Sundays. I do sometimes, but I find that it's better when I do it like on a Friday night or Saturday, because I could relax on my Sunday. So comment down below on what days that you do your reset. And again, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and like this video if you guys did like it. Leave a comment down below and subscribe if you haven't for more videos. And again, thank you so much for watching. Y'all be blessed.